Hello. So if you think I'm here to do blueprints day 65, well, you're correct. That is what we're going to do. Let's get it going. Okay. So I have a couple little new like mini goals. So I do want to draft the conservatory, which we added to our draft pool by digging up, finding that blueprint by digging it up under the two stones among the white trees, or per the music sheet's clue, which I should have. I had transcribed one word incorrectly, and so I had among the white sheets under two stones. So that didn't make sense. It ended up being actually under among the white trees under two stones, and that made perfect sense. And if I had solved that and correctly followed up on it many days ago, I could have had the conservatory and changed rarity of rooms, which is what apparently the conservatory does, and may have made my life a lot easier than it has been. But now we've got it now. But also we identified some more candles in the tomb that need to be lit with a burning glass. So that's another thing I'm going to be on the lookout to do, if possible, if I get a tomb today. Or, next time I get a tomb, I should say. And also, we know that power hammer can break through some brick walls, and there looked like there was a brick wall space to be broken through in the greenhouse. So that's another thing I'll be on the lookout to try to do. Okay, so before I do this, we've got Blessing of the General for 3 more days. If I draft a red room, after you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. So basically, I'd have to have red rooms on 4 different ranks. And then on my 5th rank, or the 5th, and then on a 5th separate rank, do a red room, and I would get 5 gems. And then I could do a 6 for 6th. I don't remember exactly how many red rooms there are in total, but I don't want a lot of red rooms. Unless, if I have a shelter, then okay, then it might be okay for the first 3, but then then all the rest are still going to penalize me in the ways that they do. So I am not a fan of the Blessing of the General at all, and I got this accidentally. So I'm basically not going to be utilizing this blessing. I paid 26 coin for it, and I won't be utilizing it, I don't believe. I don't have any items. My allowance is 67. I did and I made a wish, so I'm at 66 coins. I have 88 steps because I ended day 64 with Asana again. And that's it. So now let's do this. Okay, I was hoping for a tomb. I'm not getting a tomb. I don't want schoolhouse. We're going to do tool shed. And maybe we can do the whole... Okay, here's a sledgehammer and a metal detector. So... if I can get a battery pack and a broken handle, broken lever or whatever, and a workshop and a greenhouse, then I will, try to do the power hammer. But that's a lot of ifs and maybes, right? So let's just see what the day is going to give us. I want to get over here, so we're going to do this. This bedroom sometimes gives an extra item, usually right over here. Did not today. So conservatory, we're going to do this, and it's going to be our first time in the conservatory. So I do not have a shovel to dig that up. This is a black rook room. I will make a note of that. I still need to find the last white knight room, and I have a few more black chess piece rooms. I have the 2 black knights and a black pawn still to identify. And then I could have a day where I could try to get stuff going. Okay, here's a note. Drafting locations. West Wing only. Garage, her ladyship's chamber. From south-facing doors. Oh, okay. West Wing. We need to... This is important to know. Conservatory only draftable in the corner. Bookshop only draftable from library. Okay. East Wing only. East Wing hall, master bedroom. So if I get a magnifying glass, I'll want to do the master bedroom in the East Wing hall. West Wing hall. Yeah. Garage. Her ladyship's chamber. It's good to know that her ladyship's chamber can only be drafted from a south-facing door in the West Wing. So that's good to know. We'll add that right over here. Near one of my drafting manuals. It didn't come from the drafting manual, but it's drafting manual type information. Okay. What else do we got going on? Like I said, I don't have a shovel. Yet, at least. But this has a dig spot. In the conservatory, you will be able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floor plans are drawn. Rarity changes can be reset using the directory in this room. Okay. Above floor plans. We're going to take the locksmith from unusual to confirm. Air floor and floor plans are seen so seldom and representing so few numbers that they are considered by many to be endangered. Without serious conservation efforts, many of these rare specimens may never be seen. Okay, Mount Holly gift shop. But we get that pretty often, and we don't really need it again until we can do blueprints. But it is 3 doorways, and it has no drafting costs. So given that it has 3 doorways and no drafting cost, let's make it standard. Because I like the 3 doorways, right? Mechanarium has no drafting costs. I'm going to make it standard. No. I'm going to leave this one at unusual. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. I would have liked to have been able to change the rarity of the showroom, right? And or a couple other things, but That's what it gave me the opportunity to adjust today. So that's what I did. We can get a key. Let's do that. Don't particularly need the library. Pantry will let me turn up, which is good. So let's do that. Chapel lets me go here and here. Even though it's going to cost coins to walk through, I think that's fine. As a extra gem today. Let's stay over here for the moment. We'll do the bedroom. Drafting studio wouldn't have been bad, but it would be better in a different position. So I'm hoping I'm thinking drafting studio will come, or not drafting studio, but whatever. Yeah, drawing room will come up in a future pick where it's more, where the doorways are more useful. I do like the coin purse. Okay, so West Wing Hall is good. From here, I only have the one key, so I'm not going to use it yet. More likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting today. Do I want unusual and rare rooms today? Not sure. Commissary. I think I'm going to just take this. Because I know I will need more keys, because this is requiring a key. Okay. So this would spread gems, green room, so basically down to conservatory. It ought to have a replacement gem itself. And it does. Nice little apple. Has some dig spots. I do not have a shovel today. But there should probably now be another gem down here in this conservatory. Not going to use that key yet because I might be able to come through here and not need to use that key. So I'm going to backtrack now. Then gives me a gem. It will connect me to foundation, and over here, that's fine. We'll do that. Dining room would be good. It gets me here and here, but it doesn't let me connect to the foundation. I like being connected to the foundation. If I do not get a key card, then I cannot. Then I basically need to be connected to the foundation in order to get to the underground basement and stuff when said need arises. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this doorway. So drawing room would put its other door here, which isn't great. So that's kind of a waste. So let's do the hallway because I don't really need to connect to here. And I do want a key, so we're going to do the hallway, and that gives me a doorway over here and gives me a key. Parlor would give me, I would get 2 gems, but I would dead end, and I really need a key more, I think. An extra key. Yay. All right, so let's... kitchen would send me up. But it cost a gem. I don't want to spend the gem, so I'm going to do... corridor. Come over here. Courtyard would cost a gem. I might get a shovel. Might have a trunk, but I'm gonna do the courtyard and potentially regret it. Oh no, it gave me a shovel. Okay, cool. And metal detectors detecting something. A little coin right here. Before I dig those spots up, I might get a workshop and make a detector shovel, so... commissary is good. Okay, so we could buy gems, we can buy a few keys. Okay, so gems and keys are basically, and bananas are what we can get from the commissary today. I'm not going to buy anything yet because I might end up with a conservatory that gives me a sale. Locksmith if I needed to buy new keys, but I think the utility closet is better. Because I should be able to get better access to the upper part of the house if once I get a computer terminal and log into security and say, hey, now make security doors or high security doors more common, and I can get and make them so I can get past them when, or so they're unlocked when they're powered off, because they're now powered off, right? I did remember the powered off, right? Yes, I did. I'm wasting steps just because I went so quick I couldn't remember what I actually did. So I wasted a couple steps just verifying. Okay. So now, let's go over here. Gymnasium is powered off, so this is not going to cost me extra steps. So let's go ahead and do the gymnasium. And then we can make this a dead-end room without any significant consequence. But I do want... I do want to deal with not really likely to need the treasure map today because I don't think I'm going for the showroom. I'm not trying for a showroom run today. We're going to do this, and the reason being is because I can do a couple things here. I can change the security levels, like I said, and I'm going to start my lab experiment. So I've missed a gem and 3 coins somewhere. Well, the gem will be back in the conservatory where we're spread, but I missed 3 coins somewhere. And I have a metal detector, so I'm not sure where I missed them. But at any rate, it's not the end of the world at the moment. Hi, confirm, change offline mode to locked. That works. Now we're going to log in and start today's experiment. We spend 2 more gems trapped in a room. That happens all the time, so we're going to do that. Set our dice to 2. Well, we have a shovel, so we could spread dirt on the driveway. But that would give me resources. I might need room selection more than I need resources. So let's do that. Alrighty, and then this doorway. Okay, so dark room, I could then go back to the utility closet and turn it on, but really I wouldn't even need to because it could just come to here and do the room from this direction, do this room from this doorway. So the dark room would be no penalty, but it's no benefit. So let's go ahead and do the dining room because that's a potential benefit today, right? And then I need gems, but ooh, I also might need keys. Oh no, I can buy a few keys and I can buy gems and a few keys at the commissary. This would give me a doorway up. This would give me two. I can earn 2 gems for free. Um, I'm going to take the doorway up. But I have 1 gem and 3 keys. So before I do open the next door, I'll come here and I'll just go down and buy stuff from the commissary. Set of gems, a key, another key, gem. Yes, I'm spending all my money. I know I'm not going to do a showroom run. I've decided I'm not doing a showroom run today, so. And I'm not going to worry about waiting for a detector shovel. I'll just start digging up stuff. I'm not going to come all the way back here just to dig up this and get the gem, but I know there is a gem here and there's a spot to dig up and there's 3 coins somewhere that I've missed. That's somewhere. But right now I will go back up here now. Yeah, we'll do the observatory. We'll get our observatory benefit for the day. Benefits or whatever. Florealis, a key. Wish I'd gotten Florealis sooner. Paratron, chess, and entrance hall. Okay, so we got some decent stuff. We're getting our star count back up again after I burned it down with a bunch of re-rolls that one day. I'm going to take the workshop. Basically, you never know when you need a workshop, and now I have a battery pack and a hammer, sledgehammer. So if I can get the broken lever, do I want to go ahead and make a detector shovel? So I could make a burning glass potentially if I got a magnifying glass, but I don't think I need burning glass for anything in the room. I need burning glass for the tomb, but I don't have the tomb today. And I can't just get over to the tomb area. I don't believe. Yeah, because there's a door that separates the tomb from the underground, and that door is basically can only be opened from the tomb side, I believe. I might test that. I have enough steps. I want to know. So I want to test that. So, well, first of all, I'm going to go here because this just might lead me right back to the foundation. Yeah, we'll do the dark room because otherwise I wouldn't have I'd only have this one doorway. So we're going to do the dark room. Okay. Now I have a utility closet, so I could turn that power back on via walking all the way back over here. Which I will do, but not this second. So right now what I'm going to do, no, not here. I'm going to come here and I'm not going to dig up those spots just in case I decide to make a detector shovel. But right now I'm going to test, I'm going to make sure that I cannot use the boat to get to the tomb. That, like, I can get to the other side of the minecart, but I don't think that gets me to where I want to go necessarily. But I'll let me confirm that. Because the boat's nice, but getting to the other side, we'll see what we can do on that other side, right? Another way to get to the other side is to, like, drain the fountain, and then you can go down that way. Or actually, I can go down the precipice, because the doorway from the yeah, I could go down the precipice. I don't even need this. I could have just gone down the precipice elevator to the other side. All right. So then I'm on this side. So when I go over here, this is the fountain entrance, right? Okay. When I go over here, we've got this. But you see this doorway, the tomb is on the other side of this doorway, and there's not a way to open this doorway from this side. Right, so I have to wait until I draft the tomb before I can try to light those candles with a burning glass. But now I should have that confirmed. I'll make a note so I remember that. Okay. We're going to take the boat back. And like that one spot where I passed by, like that had I looked in and it had the table with the Orinda symbol. That has the steps that have down to the precipice, which will lead to the precipice elevator, which I had already done. So I could have just taken the precipice elevator down to get to the other side. So now I've got a couple ways I can get to the other side. I can do it via the boat. I can do it via the precipice. But And while I'm down here, I could I could go and open the door to room 46, but I don't really have a reason to. So I'm not going to use those steps. Do I want to go outside, come in here? To come over here? No. So what I'm going to do is just come back here, come over here, and then just go like that. And the reason why I'm going through such effort to turn on the power to the dark room, first of all, the dark room might have an item that we can only pick up if the power's on. But that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is I need to be able to see the room that I pick, that I draft from that doorway, because I've only got this doorway and this doorway to work with. So I can't afford for this one to be blind. Because this one could just be dead ends, you know, and I don't have a reroll die at the moment, so, you know, I need to really have options. I could go over here, I could go down here. It doesn't make a difference, so I'll just go this way. It really doesn't make a difference. The only difference is there's 3 coins I didn't pick up, and they might have been in like this path here, but it doesn't. I'm not going to backtrack for 3 coins on a day when I'm not super concerned with coins. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go all the way up to the conservatory, over to the workshop. I will make the detector shovel. I'm going to make the detector shovel because I don't need a burning glass today. So. And detector shovel will not prevent me from making a power hammer. So. Don't forget to pick it up. All right. So now when I come here, I will get to see what this, or get to, first of all, there's the, like I said, an item that you can only pick up if the light's on. It's a gem in this case. Now I get to see these options. The pool is going to have a couple trunks. I have 7 keys, so I could open them. Yeah, that gives me the most doorways. Gives me a doorway here and here. Tunnel would let me go up, but that's not going to give me more like still only 1 doorway, so. And I'm not trying to just get up to here for any particular reason, so. Is there a coin in the corner this time? There is not. My metal detector shovel is not going off, so I don't think there's an extra key or anything. Oh, I forgot. I have a sledgehammer. I don't need to use keys on these. I just bust them open. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and there's a pair of trunks. There's a pair of chests in the entrance hall that I forgot about. Okay, lockpick kit. Okay. So there's a pair of trunks now in the entrance hall, and there's a gem and a dig spot in the conservatory. So there might be reasons to come back over here at some point. But if I do so, I'll probably just, like, from here. Or I could just go out and then come back in. I'd probably just go outside, come in, and then boom, 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 and then come back. But I'm not going to detour. I'm not going to make that detour right now. Anything I do is going to be a dead end in this direction. I don't really need a locksmith today. Let's see what this does. Compass is good. Okay. Go over here. Oh, ooh, that's bad. Because this room blocks whatever this room would be, so this will become a dead end room essentially. So if I dead end here, I'm kind of ending my day. If I do this, dead ending with this, I'm ending my day. As far as rooms I can draft. So I basically have to do the classroom, but it's a gem that doesn't give me any real benefit other than maybe an apple. Yeah, there's no extra items on the desk, so I'm just going to get an apple out of this. Apples are extra delicious, but not necessarily worth a gem. Dead end. So I have redraw. So let's try redraw. I mean, vestibule gives me doorways, but it also does that annoying blocking thing, which will burn up keys. Well, I have lockpick kit. I have lockpick kit. So for the extra doorways, let's do the vestibule. Oh, I have 2 reroll die now. I forgot. Oh, that was triggering my experiment. Okay. That. I don't know that I'm going to get a broken lever greenhouse today. The other 2 boxes are empty. That could be true or false. The other 2 boxes are false. That could be true or false. The white box is true. That is either true or false. So the white box is true. The other 2 boxes are false. So that's a contradiction. This can't be true, because if this is true, then this is true. And if this is true, then this is false. So, so both of those have to be false, which means this is true. The other 2 boxes are empty is true, then the gems are in the black box. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Oh, showroom. See, it's going to give me the option of the showroom today when I definitely don't have enough money. The only benefit to doing the showroom today is it might have a moon pendant. So let's see if it's going to have a moon pendant. But I'm really pissed that it gives me the showroom today and it didn't give me the showroom either of the day from prior days that I was trying to do a showroom run. There were 2 days that I was trying to do a showroom run and it didn't give me showroom, and that really pissed me off. So yeah, I'll take the moon pendant. And that's all I'm going to get out of the showroom today because I can't do a showroom run. That is so super shitty of the game to do that to me. When I have a lot of money, it doesn't give me showroom. When I have very little money, it gives me showroom. Four items. I'm looking for. What am I looking for? I'm looking for broken lever. Is that going to be in walk-in closet? Well, let's find out. It is not. We could go back to the observatory and get more benefits if we needed. But I didn't get the broken lever that I was looking for. It's not good. Kitchen would let me get up here. I've already triggered dinner bell for the dining room. Throne room, 5 gems, and it just gives me a doorway up. Kitchen, 1 gem gives me a doorway up. I'll redraw here. Great Hall is a bunch of locked doors. But it is it will give me doorways, so. Boudoir, gem, and go up. Don't want to do ballroom, so let's do this. Day isn't looking like it's going to accomplish much so far. Okay, cloister I like because I have Florialis. I have a detector shovel. It gives me doorways. Yeah. Okay. None of these are letting me do these rooms here. So I'm going to redraw. Master bedroom, is only useful if I get a magnifying glass today. I don't have one at the moment. But I'm going to go ahead and do it, just in case I get a magnifying glass. Metal detector was going off, wasn't it? So yeah, I need a magnifying glass for that little bit there and stuff. What? Oh, there's a coin right there. Okay, so I have this, but I really need a magnifying glass to make it worthwhile. I've also not been able to reveal a safe here. I don't know if there is a safe to be revealed. It seems like the kind of room that ought to have a safe, right? Like the boudoir does. I don't need the treasure map today. And don't know that I need a door to the antechamber. I don't know that I'm going to be opening that door with a secret garden or great hall. I could open it with a great hall. And that would only matter if I got a quest bedroom. I'm going to redraw here. I'm going to redraw again. I'm only doing this to connect the doorway, and I was hoping that maybe there'd be a magnifying glass in here. There is not. So all of that was kind of a waste, and I have no more rerolls at the moment. Let's see what this doorway does. Drawing room gets me over here. The attic might have a magnifying glass or a broken lever. And it will trigger my experiment, which will give me 2 reroll die. So let's do the attic. All right. So far, I'm not seeing the things that I'm looking for. Magnifying glass. Okay, cool. So now I can go to the master bedroom with the magnifying glass and read that little note in the book. And that will have accomplished something. It will be a small accomplishment for the day. What I don't have is a broken lever. All right, no broken lever. So yeah, so let's go over to the master bedroom. And they made me change this ending, of course, as you predicted. They made me change the ending. They made me change the ending, of course, as you predicted. But what's the original? How is this different from the original? I haven't found any copy that I haven't found any copy of Red Prince. I've seen multiple copies of Red Prince. I haven't seen any copy that looks different for the ending. I'm comparing this one to my screenshot, but um, I don't understand. What is the supposed difference? That was a waste of time. Wait a minute. Let me see. I don't get it. I've seen multiple copies of this book and multiple mentions of the fact that it made her change the ending because it was too political, but I have not seen anything that's different between any of the copies that shows me what the original ending would have been. And I feel like that's the clue, is like, oh, the originally was this, but I don't get it. Oh well, I that seems like a waste of time to me. I drafted this room. I got the magnifying glass. I looked at that small scrawl and it just says, "Oh, they made me change the ending." I'm like, "No shit. What was the original ending?" I know. I already knew they made you change the ending. I already knew that. You're not telling me anything I didn't know. What was the original ending? Pisses me off so much that I wasted time on that. I wasted time and resources on that. That was a complete waste. Now we know it's a complete waste, so I don't need the master bedroom no more. It's got to be more than that, right? I'm going back. There's got to be something I'm missing. Which is the original copy? The one in the library, the one in the not library, the one in the there's come across it in multiple different rooms. Why would this not be the original? So what's this talk of us having a brother, right? Or someone had a brother. Oh, maybe the bunk rooms weren't for Simon and his and a brother. Maybe it was for Herbert and Thomas when they were young. Are those the brothers? Herbie, yeah, because the one brother was called Herbie. So it's Herbert. The brothers are the granduncle and my grandfather. Those were the brothers. Thomas and Herbert were the brothers that for the in the bunk room. Okay, not me and a brother. Okay, I don't have Simon doesn't have a brother. I don't have a brother. My mother, Mary. My father, don't remember his name. All right, let's stop wasting time. This is a bit of a waste of a day. Okay, here we go. I have 12 keys, so what I'm going to do is just open up some of these doors. Maybe get some more gems. Open the lever to the antechamber. So if I get a quest bedroom, I can increase my allowance. That will only matter if I do quest bedroom. Okay, no more gems, but we opened all those doors. So I need a quest bedroom in order to do an allowance quest, or I need a greenhouse and a broken lever. This isn't any of the things that I need. But conference room tunnel would be like a free reroll, because then I'm just like whatever goes here, right? So conference room instead. Sometimes conference room has extra items in it. Not today, but if items get spread, now they'll go there. I'm going to redraw. We'll take the quest bedroom. Basically, because all we might accomplish today is allowance quest, right? So let's get allowance quest out of the way, and then we'll come over here and maybe try to get. Basically, we'd have to get the greenhouse and hope it has a broken lever. Very unlikely. It has happened before. I've gone into the greenhouse and they have a broken lever. So it's not impossible, but it's also not likely. And right now I have one reroll. I only have one reroll die, and I won't have an opportunity to get any more. So I'll have one reroll to make that happen, which isn't. So basically all we're going to end up accomplishing today is the allowance quest. We're going to increase our allowance by a couple coins, and that's all we will have accomplished today. I'm not picking up the basement key because I have the moon pendant, and I don't want the basement key. I don't need the basement key, so I don't want the moon pendant to preserve the basement key. I want the moon pendant to preserve two things that I could actually use, right? I will go down. I have enough steps. I'm going to go over here and see if I can find some more reroll die. It may be in the trunks in the entrance hall before I do this. So We got to go to the boudoir. Boudoir to here to here to here. I don't think I need to get up here again, so that's fine. I could go eat at the dining room, but honestly, I have so many steps it doesn't matter at the moment, so I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, I'm just going to... Oh, I have detector shovel, so I might as well dig up the spots here. I'm not looking for coins, I'm looking for a reroll die, but yeah, I'm gonna go out the basement, come back in. Hope those trunks have some reroll die. I don't think trunks ever have broken lever, but they sometimes have reroll die. Let's see if we have reroll die here. I do. Nice. Good call. Good decision. A key card, which I no longer need, but okay. Okay. So then I will go over here. I will... Well, that was useless. I don't see any walls to break down or nothing, but gem was spread to here. There are supposedly 3 coins that I missed somewhere, but I don't care so much. There's sometimes extra coins on the floor in the chapel, but I feel like my detector shovel would go off and tell me. So I'm trying to go to the bedroom. And from here, we're trying to go to the patio. I can dig up that and... Oh, there's the 3 coins I missed, just sitting in the grass. Mystery solved. Okay, so what I want is I want a greenhouse and hope that that greenhouse has a broken lever. I'm going to use all my all 3 rerolls try and make that happen. I could freeze. Here's the thing. I'm going to do freezer because 8 gems and 39 coin tomorrow. I could do redraw rate now. I could do redraw 2 more times, and I'm not going to get a greenhouse with a broken lever. A greenhouse, and it also has a broken lever. So I'm just going to do the freezer because then I get to start the next day with 8 gems and 39 coin, which is I wouldn't get to start with otherwise. So we'll just cut our losses and do the freezer. Okay. And then I don't have any other doorways to explore. And I don't have a planetarium, so I don't have a particular room I need to end the day in. So I'm just going to call it a day here because I really just can't think of anything else to do. So we're going to call it a day. I'm going to call it. Okay. So this is the Mount Holly Garden Chateau. 4 green rooms. Total rooms 41. Rank reached 9. Steps taken 112. Items found 17. New rooms 1, which was the conservatory. So what we accomplished today. I mean, today I didn't accomplish some of the things I wanted to accomplish, but I did accomplish some things. First of all, I did get a magnifying glass to the master bedroom, discovered that we read a note that told us something we already knew, which is that the ending of Red Prince has been changed to avoid, political backlash. But we don't know what the original ending was, so we can't compare the original to the new ending. If I've seen some book with Red Prince and the original ending, it's flown over my head. So now I have to, every time I get in a room that might have the book Red Prince, I have to look for it and be very careful about, comparing its ending to what I know or what I've seen the ending to be. But that is a thing. I've been trying to get magnifying glass to the master bedroom for a while, for a few days. So we did that, even though it was, anticlimactic. It still accomplished a minor objective of mine. We did an allowance quest. It's always useful to increase our allowance. We got a moon pendant, so we get to keep 2 items for tomorrow, which is nice. We got a freezer, so we get to keep some gems and some coins for tomorrow, which is nice. We drafted the conservatory for the first time, adding it to our room directory, so that gets us closer to that trophy. Plus, I increased the likelihood. I made less rare locksmith and gift shop. I did not get to make the showroom less rare. The showroom showed up today, which was annoying because I didn't, go around getting coins and stuff for a showroom run today. But maybe we'll get a conservatory again and eventually increase or make the showroom more common, so they'll be easier to do that showroom run. I don't think I got a billiard room, so I didn't advance towards that trophy today. I don't think it gave me the option of a billiard room today. I didn't see a billiard room. But, we did a few things, a few minor things. Alrighty, thank you for being with me. We'll see you for day 66. Have a good one. Hello. So let's get going on day 66 of Blueprints. Last numerous days, like 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, have been very, very small incremental progress. There's been a couple things achieved, but we're still working on some of the bigger objectives. So I'm starting with some extra gems and some extra coins due to having encountered a freezer at the end of day 65. And now we're going to pick up an allowance. And so now we've got 144 coins. So this is another day in 10 gems. This is another day in which, oh, and we're starting with a coin purse and running shoes because of a moon pendant we had. So this is another potential day for a showroom run. We got a show. We did not. The last couple times I tried a showroom run, I got a bunch of money, but the showroom never became a draft pick. It was never in any of the options, even with a lot of rerolls, which really irritated me. Like if I spend 8 rerolls in a row and you never show me the showroom, especially when I'm at the end of a secret passage and I've picked gold and you're just showing me the same 3 gold shop rooms over and over and over again, that's going to piss me off. And it did. But, ooh, now we have a choice to make. We might do a showroom run. We might do we're going to do the tomb regardless. Because what the tomb is going to allow us to do is there's a couple candles down here that I want to light with a burning glass. 2 of them are right over here, and then there's another pair at least. So the tomb will help with getting coins for dead-end rooms for a showroom run. But also if we get a burning glass, we're going to come down here and light some of the special candles, right? I'm going to open the doorway so we can get here from the underground. But I don't need to proceed any further in that direction at this time. And then on my way back, I'll look around, see if there's dig spots down here today. There's typically is. But I'm not seeing those dig spots right now. But there might be some down here. But the important thing is these candles, which might, do something for us. Right? Okay. So, and then day 65, it gave me a showroom. I didn't even have to do a reroll. It just gave it to me. But it gave it to me when I had like 20 coins. And I'm like, towards the end of the day. And I'm like, oh, gee, thanks. Thanks for nothing. When I have a bunch of money, you don't give me showroom. When I have very little money, you give me showroom. And then I can't afford to buy things, right? Very irritating when the game cheats. And the game cheats a lot. People say, oh, it's random, it's roguelike. I'm like, no, there's code. There's code that keeps track of what you have and what you don't have and then adjusts the odds. It cheats. It cheats. Guaranteed it cheats. All right, so we're going to go here and pick up a key. All right. Dark room, I don't want to be in the dark immediately. I'll do spare bedroom. Because I can get to here from here, so I'll do spare bedroom. No extra item in the spare bedroom today. Okay. I'm gonna do courtyard, but I wish I had observatory first, for maybe Florealis or something. I don't have a sledgehammer or anything, so. But gymnasium would just lose me steps. This loses me a gem. I'm gonna hold off on that trunk for the moment. Mainly just need the doorways. So let's go over here. This will give me some resources. This will help. All of these are helpful, but let's do this and we'll start the we'll adjust our security settings, but also start our lab experiment, you know, early, or, you know, sooner than otherwise. One trunk. I don't know where that trunk is, actually. I must have passed it. Oh, no, I do. It's in the courtyard, and I didn't use a key to open it. I know where it is, duh. Okay. Low for the moment, until we have a way to get past. Unlocked. Confirm. Okay. And then we're going to log in, and we're going to... So if I'm going to try for a showroom run... I'm going to want the treasure map from the coat check. I'm going to want a vault. I'm going to want an office later in the day. Maybe after a conference room, right? I'm going to want a metal detector if I can get one. Lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold. Well, if I'm going to try for a showroom run... Next 3 times I open a locked trunk. If I lose 10 steps 3 times, that's 30 steps for 60 gold. It's a lot of... 10 steps is a lot of steps for 20 gold. I'm going to say when I draft a hallway from another hallway, because I have a little more control over that. And I can make that happen later in the day if I'm really desperate for money and I have plenty of steps. But I'm not going to necessarily accidentally trigger that. Like, I don't want to have a penalty to opening trunks. I want to open trunks if I can. Right? If I get a sledgehammer, a bunch of keys, and I don't want to be penalized 10 steps for opening my first 3 trunks. We'll do that. So if I draft a hallway from a hallway, it'll trigger that. Not the best setup, but it is what it is. Let's go down before we come back up. Then gem, a doorway over here, dormitory will give me... well, nothing at the moment, because I don't... Yeah, no, it would give me... I have a reading nook, so this would give me 10... Dead end, but give me 10 steps. Boiler room... We'll would cost a gem. This would give me a gem. So it's either the den or the dormitory. I think I'm going to do the den. Might be short-sighted, but... And there's a trunk here. I'm not going to open these trunks yet. Might be a little early in the day for a passageway, but I do want more doorways. So these are two doorways. This would basically loop me and close me around. This gets me over here. It doesn't get me to there. So I will spend the two gems on a passageway, but I'm regretful of it in many ways. Let's see if we can get to the foundation. Oop. No. But I will do the observatory. Get today's observatory benefit. I'm going to not click on Draxus the Dead for the moment. I get extra coins for dead-end rooms, but I'm not trying to do the... So here's the thing. I don't have any dead-end rooms at the moment. I've already, filled out quite a bit of this, right? So I'm not trying to do 20 dead-end rooms today. So I don't want a bunch of dead-end rooms because I need showroom and I need opportunities to get coins. I mean, Vault is a dead-end room, but it's not super uncommon. Code check is also dead-end room. I might have to come back and activate that later if I'm not getting Vault or Coat Check. And Coat Check we want because it has the treasure map, which is probably going to lead to here, so I will probably need to get up here somehow, right? For the moment, let's go down over here. Or, well, let's go over here. I do not have Florealis today. So Cloister, and I don't have a shovel, so Cloister, not super helpful, but this is really bad. This is really bad. I don't have reroll, so this is the least bad of the things. I'll go ahead and open this, but there's nothing I can do at the moment with it. Let's do. We'll do parlor. Okay. Gems are in the white box. That's true or false. The other two statements are both true. Well, this can't be true because so this has to be false, because if this were true, then all three statements would be true, and we know by the rules of the parlor room that at least one statement has to be false. So this statement has to be false, which means one of these others is false. The gems are not in the blue box. One of these is true and the other is false. So if this is true, the gems are not in the blue box, then the gems could be in the black box or the white box. But this would have to be false, so the gems couldn't be in the white box, so they'd have to be in the black box. So if this is true, the gems are in the black box. If this is false, then the gems are in the blue box, but this would also have to then be false, in which case all three would be false. And that can't be the case. It has to be that exactly one of these is true. So this has to be true. And this has to be false. Because this has to be false. So the gems are in, okay. So false, false, true. Okay. We want the pool because we might need the pump room. I also want the commissary at some point. I'm not opening these trunks yet, but I might come back and open a bunch of trunks. Let's come over here. I'm fine to dead end this room because I can get to these spots from multiple different other doorways. So let's do this. All right. I'm gonna do the Great Hall. The other two are really bad. I'm not going to use keys on the Great Hall, however, because I'm just going to come here and do this room from here. I'll only do keys on the Great Hall if I get a bunch more keys, or and you know, sledgehammer and all that kind of stuff. I really need to see what the commissary will give me. Okay, locker room will spread keys. So let's do that. We'll spread some keys. I don't know that it has anything here for me to pick up. No extra items. I don't have a metal detector or anything at the moment, so. Given that got spread keys, I'm going to well, I might still end up with a sledgehammer, so let's I don't have a metal detector, so hopefully the spread key would be right here if it was here. One moment, I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm still not connected foundation, so I can go through this doorway, and this doorway. Those are my open doorways. I'm going to come back through this way, but to save myself steps, I'm going to use keys to open these trunks along the way. Because I don't know that I'm going to get a sledgehammer today. Couple replacement keys. Okay. We've got a pool right here. But I'll go like so. Kind of, or you know, like right? Kind of thing. Yeah. So I'll get to the pool eventually. Now I'm looking for spread keys because it said it's spread keys, right? I don't know if it... Sometimes it lies. Well, there's a spread key. Sometimes it doesn't actually really spread a whole lot of the thing that it says it's going to spread, right? Without a metal detector, it's hard to be sure that I've cleared a room. So I am going to use a key here. Oh, there's a spread key. I'm going to use a key here. Okay, that's a silver key. All right, let's figure out what... let's figure out what this room is. Spread gems in each green room. I have 2 green rooms. Extra 2 items, but it would dead end me right here. This just leads over to here. Patio just leads over here, and I can get to here from here. So effectively, all 3 of these are dead ends. I want the 2... I'm going to just go ahead and take the 2 extra items. Reroll die is good. So then come here. And there's a key. Nice. And then let's see what this doorway is. I'm going to do the rotunda basic. Well, I need a doorway up here. 3 gems is a lot to spend on the rotunda, which gives me just a doorway up here. That's all it's going to do for me. But archives is such a steep penalty. I want to save my redraw. So because I want to save my redraw and I don't want a dead end, we're going to do a rotunda. Special key, silver key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I get the treasure map, I basically need to get a room over here. What I can do is I can do conference room and maybe rotate it. maybe rotate it one more time. That works. Doorway here and here. And then I can get to here from foundation if I can connect to foundation over here. So now when things are spread, they will come, when future things are spread, they will come to the conference room. We're going to do the garage. It has the keys. And if I get car keys, I could open that and get something else. Make sure there's no other items sitting around. I don't think so. Okay. Okay. So let's pick this room, but I'm not necessarily going to step into it. I don't want a dead end, so I will do the vestibule. But I'm not going to step into it at the moment. I'm going to backtrack. Well, so we've got some coins here that I had not seen. Okay. I'm going to backtrack to security and then come this way to do this doorway. Because I want to connect foundation and I want to do like this area of the house before I proceed much further. Okay. And then, yeah, we're going through to the den. I already picked up an extra key from here. We're going to check our inventory, see what all I'm still missing. 3 gems, 2 keys, 15 coin, 3 trunks. That's a lot to be missing. Okay. 3 gem. Where are those 3 gems? Don't know. Oh, Great Hall. So this is telling me that there's stuff in the Great Hall if I use keys. That's what it's saying. They're in the Great Hall. Saying there are gems and coins to be had in the Great Hall is what it's saying. I have 10 keys. Only 4 gems. Alrighty. So this doorway leads to the cloister, but I'm not going to waste a key on it. Darn it. Okay. Nope. Okay. So many. I wasted a couple keys in the Great Hall. But I did get some more gems. I think it said there were 3 trunks. I don't know where the 3rd trunk that I've missed is. Ooh, key card. We will go back to the security office. Absolutely, we will. Is there an extra key laid out here? Does not look like it. Oh, there was a trunk. There was a trunk in the den. Did I open the trunk in the den? Maybe I did not open. Maybe I walked through the den and didn't open that trunk. I have to go back to security anyway. Yeah, so we're walking back to security. Because I have a key card now. Which also means it's less important to connect to the foundation. I mean, we still want to do this doorway, but actually, I might not walk all the way over to here. Because I can come up through the foundation. Well, we'll see. I've got to start watching my steps. I'm going to run out of steps soon. Because of all the backtracking. Yeah, okay, I didn't open this trunk, so we'll spend a key here. Reroll die. And coins. Okay, so now we need to go... Now we need to go to the vestibule. I can't afford to spend the keys in the locker room right now because I don't have enough extra keys. Because the doorways are going to lock here. I don't have a lockpick kit. So, well, let's go security. And I have a key card, so let's change. Okay, view estate inventory. I'm missing a key somewhere and 10 coins. A key and 10 coins somewhere. Weird. I don't know where. Oh, the 10 coins are going to be down in the 10 coins are going to be down in the tomb, and the key is going to have been spread to a room I haven't revisited. That's the deal there. I don't think I can afford the steps to go hunt down that one key, though. Okay. So from here, we're going to go here to here to here, and then move out, like, over here. Okay, office says it's going to spread coins throughout the house, but actually all those coins are going to go to the conference room, which is good. So let's do that. It actually won't spread those coins until I use the computer to, you know, tell it to do so, right? So, I'm going to remote terminal into security because I'm going to view the estate inventory and see how many coins are in the, were sent to the conference room. 43 total coins, 10 of which are, I know, are down in the tomb. So 33 coins in the conference room, which is significant. Okay. So we'll go here first off. I'll make sure there was nothing to pick up. I don't have a metal detector, so I have to actually visually look for keys and coins and things. Let's do a pump room. We're not going to use the pump room just yet. We'll drain the fountain if we need to. We're going to redraw. All right, here's our commissary. I'm not going to buy anything at the moment. So we're not getting over here at all. That's fine, I think. If I could get a dining room. So closed exhibit are security doors, but I have a key card, so that's fine. Solarium might make it more likely to get a showroom. I'm hurting for keys. I am running out of steps. I am hurting for keys. We know we need a vault. My steps really hurt, though. I'm going to run out of steps or doorways, one or the other. I have to go back to the conference room now. Good, it wasn't locked. Okay, so pick up all of these coins. So the coin purse is really helping me out here. So now I need to get a showroom. And I did the solarium to make the showroom more probable, and I've got 2 reroll dice. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Or I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, go outside, come back here. And I think that's better. I think it's better to just go outside and come back up the foundation. So let's do that. I'm debating whether I should go pump out the fountain. I'm going to not pump out the fountain. And that might be a mistake. The only thing helping me with steps today is running shoes, which is very hit or miss. 10 coins are in the tomb. I might not have enough steps to retrieve them. Exit. So we're going to go. We need to go down the den. Oh, I can't go to the... Okay. It's not this way, it's this way, but it's the same diff. I'm going this way because I'm going to pick up those coins on the way. I would have preferred to be, because, when you get the tomb, I would have preferred to get the whole burning glass and light the candles, but that wasn't the opportunity I was given today. Will this connect me? It will not. I need to go back. I need to go back. Because the boat's not on this side. The boat's on the other side. So I need to go back. Okay. Running shoes are helping a bit today. I still don't like them. I can't calculate with them. I can't math with the running shoes. Oh, key card first, and then elevator button. I'll be right back. Yeah, I really wish it had given me a metal... See, the commissary was not selling a metal detector. It may have been selling a magnifying glass, but it wasn't selling a metal detector. Actually, I don't even think it was selling a magnifying glass. Maybe it was. I don't recall. Yeah, it's a moot point now. So... It was selling a shovel, but I didn't buy a shovel because I don't think I'm going to get a return investment on the shovel. So Okay, we want the secret passage. The reason why we want the secret passage is because I'm going to then pick green and try to get... First of all, let me see if I've got a note. I added a screenshot that told me something. Okay, so the drafting locations note that I found in the conservatory does not reference the all right, anyway, I'm gonna pick gold here. Gonna take this. I want the showroom, so I'm going to pick gold. I don't want any of those. Nope. See, this is what it did to me last time. I want the showroom. Give me the showroom. Do you see this? Do you see this? I picked gold. I did 3 rerolls, and it's going to give me the Mount Holly gift shop and the casino all 3 times, but it won't give me the showroom ever. Retarded. So I'm going to do this because it's an extra doorway and it doesn't cost a gem. But now I have no more rerolls. Pisses me off. I mean, seriously. Give me the fucking showroom. I would say excuse my language, but no. I'm not going to spend the gem on... No, the drawing room gives me a gem back, so we'll do that because it gives me another doorway, another opportunity. But I won't say excuse my language because this game deserves me cussing at it. This is the 3rd time that I've had a bunch of money and it just fucking refuses to let me have a showroom when I have a bunch of money. Showroom. Showroom. Okay. Okay, this is going to let me redraw, so I will redraw. Showroom. Nope. And all of this is trash. Lose half my steps. I'd be at 8 steps. There's nothing more I can do, so I need the extra doorways. But before I go in there, let's try this, because I get a redraw on this. Show room. Showroom. God, piece of shit. Showroom. Showroom. Ah, oh, jeez. Fuck. Okay. Buy. Buy. I wish a moon pendant was one of these. Buy. Buy. And I can afford you this time, Trophy of Wealth. I did it. We did it. Oh, I had to cuss at the game a ton, but we did it. We bought out the showroom. We got that trophy. I've got 7 steps. A bunch of items that I'm going to lose. A bunch of good items that I'm going to lose. So what I'll do is I'll go up here and see and do these doorways and see if I get a dining room. That's the only way I can continue the day. But honestly, I don't care about continuing the day. The only other thing I could accomplish today is if I could also get a workshop, a magnifying glass, and a metal detector in order to do a burning glass and light those torches. Very unlikely. But I no longer have to spend gems. I have the emerald bracelet. I no longer have to spend gems. Ornate compass. I may rotate the first 3 floor plans. I may rewind. So these are decent benefits. But we got our trophy for the day. So we took us how many attempts and days to do the showroom run? But we did it. And I swore I broke the weight room, so might as well open that. I don't think we've got any room facing it. Yeah, no, this is blocked. But now this is open or this is open, and so if we get over here and we get a quest bedroom, so if we can get a dining room, then we could potentially continue our day. But if we don't get a dining room, we don't continue our day, I'm still fine. Let's do sauna, because starting the next day with 20 extra steps is good. Yeah. I don't need gems anymore. I was hoping for my sleeping mask, though. This would set our gems to 2. This gives us other doorways. Might get a dining room, so we'll do this one. Ooh, I can't believe we did. Yeah, we'll do the clock tower. We're not going to get a dining room. We're going to be ending our day unless there's a piece of through up here. There's a coin. Coin doesn't help us. So now, by walking in here, it doesn't really matter. I have one step, so it doesn't really matter what any of these doorways are. Unless it's a one that immediately gives us steps just for drafting it, right? Nope. And then our day's gonna end, but that's fine because we did our showroom run. Let's do planetarium, and then when we walk into it, it will end our day, but we'll still get the extra stars. So we're ending our day here, and that's fine because we'll still get extra stars. All right, so this was a successful day after all. I was cursing, I was saying the F word over and over again because we had a secret passage. I chose gold. I used 3 rerolls, and it just would not give us that showroom. But then I went to the drawing room, and on the drawing room, it finally gave us a showroom. I don't know if there's, well, I've seen the showroom be over here before, so I think the showroom can be on the edge. Maybe it doesn't let the showroom have a doorway in, like be this orientation this way or this way, but still, it doesn't have a rule against a dead end because it definitely dead end here, but regardless, we got our showroom in the end. Mount Holly Baronial Shopping Center, 4 shop rooms. Total rooms 39, rank reached 8, steps taken 65, items found 5. None of which matters. We did our showroom, we got our showroom trophy. Day 66 was successful. All right. Well, that was exciting for me, or at least it was productive for me, I should say. It was down to the wire, Thank you for being with me. We'll see you for day 67, but this was good. Have a good one. Bye.